Yo, what's Mafia? Cobra Green back with you on the building. Your first time finding my channel, you love BMF up like that. You guys make sure you guys subscribe button, all of the video. Yes, I know it's been a while. Look, I ain't gonna lie, family. I just want to give y'all all a hug, bro. You know what I'm saying? It's gonna be a week by week basis. Hopefully this video does pretty well, and I might be back. Who knows? So I need you guys to like this video, man. It really does help. But for everybody asking, what you been up to? Look.
Don't worry about what I'm doing. Why ain't y'all do nothing when the fat bitch jumped on me? Y'all trap.
You know what I'm saying? Just chill. You know what I'm saying? I've been out doing me. You know what I'm saying? But yes, I have been up to date on this BMF series. I've actually been enjoying the BMF series. I wanted to do a video a while back, but some stuff happened and I couldn't do the video. But you know, I want to say that yes, I'm gonna be reviewing episode 4. Might even do episode 5 just depending on how you know the how it's looking on my channel. But I'm gonna tell you guys the things that I'm liking so far and maybe some things that I'm not liking so far. So this is just like an overall, just a little quick review on the series so far. I like the series as a whole, man. The chemistry between Big Meech and his brother Terry. Yo, like I think it's like some of the best chemistry I have seen between like two actors, you know. Like, oh, that's Terry right there, but I think this is like some of the best chemistry I've seen in a while between two characters. And people told me this is the first time, this is Big Meech's actual son, and this is actually like his first acting role. And for it being his first acting role, hey man, bro, the hell though. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, yo, this is, you would think like just watching him act in these episodes, you would think he been acting before. You would think, you know what I'm saying, this is not his first acting gig. This might be maybe his 10th acting gig he got. I had to check for myself, and I'm like, yo, this is really his like first acting, really like this is first time being in a big acting role. And I'm just like, that's crazy, man. That is just, yo, I know his father's proud, man. But another thing I would say this that I don't like is that, and I'm sorry I gotta do this, but it just feels like a whole nother show, you know, at the same exact time. And it feels like Raising Kanan a little bit to me. I'm not even gonna lie to y'all, man. This feels exactly like Raising Kanan. Now, it's not fully on a bad thing, but I'm just seeing a lot of similarities. You know, you got your cop plot. You know how they're in the story. You have these characters growing up in the business. You know what I'm saying? I don't know if I can say that on YouTube, but they go up in the business. You have the villain. You know, I mean, it's like your regular drug dealing story, but at the same time, I'm like, yo, this just really feels like Raising Kanan to me. You know, like I know 50 Cent has heavily influenced on both of these shows, but still, I'm sitting there and I'm watching, especially today, I'm sitting there watching. I'm like, yo, this just feels just exactly like Raising Kanan. Now, let's just get into episode 4, man. Let's just talk about it. Because, like I said, as a whole, I am enjoying this series a lot. You know who I'm really enjoying a lot? It's not even Big Meech. It's not even Terry. I really enjoy the father, though. Charles, the father. I really like his character. He's one of my favorite characters. But y'all know who I'm really like, yo, this dude's doing a really great job. Man, I gotta find a picture of him, yo. I gotta show him my proper respect. So there's the villain. He's pretty much the main villain in the show, man. What's his name? Let me get his name real quick. Lamar, yeah, Lamar. Man, when I tell y'all how menacing this dude is, holy crap. And let me tell y'all why I enjoy his character so much. First off, he has this side where it's like he's super evil, super ruthless. You know, if you get in his way, he's gonna take you out, right? And then he has this whole opposite side where he cares for his daughter. He wants to be in his daughter's mother's life. You know, the mother of his child's life. I'm like, yo, this is really crazy. And the actor, let me get the actor's name right. The actor, I can't even say that name. I think he's British or something like that. But let me tell you, dude, you're playing such a great job on this character. Holy crap. I'm like, yo, like there's one moment I'm like, oh, he's just a loving dude. And the next moment he got a freaking pistol in somebody's mouth. I'm like, God damn, dude. You know what I'm saying? So I like villains like this. I like characters like this. That's what These are very well written characters, and oh shoot, I don't know. It makes me very invested in where they go from here. You know, there's some villainous characters. You're sitting there and you're like, I don't really care what he got going on. But this character, yeah, Lamar, hell yeah, I like what's going on with him. And it's like I don't want to see him ever go away because he's such a main threat. You know, so that's why I like him so much. But let's just talk about some other stuff real quick, because I'll probably talk about Lamar more in a little bit. But let me tell y'all about something, man. Let me tell you another plot I like. Let me pull this up real quick, because I don't even know if they even talked about it that much in this episode, too much. But the father, Charles, and his wife, I've never really talked about those two too much. I forget her name. Lucy, yeah, I think Lucy, one of the two. Y'all correct me in the comments. But man, those two, the chemistry between those two, like, and how they're, you know, fighting for over the mortgage, and then Big Michi ends up paying for their mortgage for them. I'm sitting there and I'm like, yo, like, there's so many plots in BMF that I'm so interested in. You know, it's even those side plots. It's like, usually you watch a show, you're like, oh, I don't even care about this main plot. But I'm watching BMF, I'm like, yo, I care about Lamar. I care about the mortgage side plot that look they got going on. I care about Big Meech and his brother. I care about the business. You know, I'm like, yo, there's all these subplots I care about here. And there's not a lot of TV shows that I've watched that I'm like, yo, that can do this to me. You know, like, I'm investing in everybody. There was a big shootout in this episode, and it's not even like on one of the freaking main characters. And I thought, God damn, that was great, you know? Even Whatchamacallit does a great job in the show. Man, there's two guys that do a great job. Let me go through one real quick. And I've seen him in other stuff too, but I can't full on remember. Steve Harris is his name. He even does a great job in this damn show, man. I'm like, who is it? Now, I got let me before I really get into episode 4 and stuff, I do have to talk about somebody I do not like in this show. I'm sorry, y'all. I gotta be that person, y'all. Man, look, I don't care what nobody tells me, bro. It's hard to be super invested into a show, and this is my first time ever hearing about any of the story about BMF and stuff like that. But it's hard to get invested into a show, and then you see goddamn Snoop Dogg popping up out of nowhere. I'm like, man, look, I know 50 it's his 50's baby. And Snoop Dogg one of my favorite people. But could y'all not, on this show, for real? Come on, 50, for real, bro. It's like, when I see Snoop, it just takes me out the show. I'm like, yo, I'm investing. Oh, there goes Snoop again. God damn it. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, oh, yeah, this ain't a real show. I forget, you know? The 50 Cent thing, man. I like 50 Cent as a human being, bro. But it's just like, come on, man. I know that's your friend. And I know eventually we're going to be seeing Eminem, too. So, I guess this is just me. I got to get over this. All right, this is 8 minutes I've been talking about just regular stuff. But let's just get into the episode, man. Let's talk about a couple of things. I did like what happened at the last part of the episode with Big Meech and Detective Charles. Oh, that's not even his name.
He's going after everybody in the downriver area that's dealing drugs. This is over.
Yeah, and I was wondering in that one episode where Big Meech's homeboy or crew member B, when he killed that one guy, I'm like, why? I'm thinking to myself, I'm like, Big Meech, why would you not, you know what I'm saying, get rid of you? Why wouldn't you personally be there when the body is getting rid of? And now we come back in this episode. I knew it was gonna come back eventually, but we come back in this episode, and I'm gonna say when they showed that body, man, I'm just like, what the heck? I can't believe they really showed that. That was kind of a disgusting sight. But whenever they really showed that, whenever they recovered the body, I'm sitting there and I'm like, Big Meech, bro, this is all on you. Why would you not be there for whenever the body's getting recovered or when the body's getting disposed of? You know what I'm saying? Big Meech, why are you not there with him? So yeah, So B ended up messing up and ended up catching the body. Now, I want to see how this goes because, you know what I'm saying, Detective, he's on Big Meech's side. So how does this all play out now? Because he's got to keep protecting Meech at the end of the day, you know? So we'll see how this ends up playing out. Another thing I do want to talk about, man, I told y'all earlier, I like Lamar a lot. But it's just like the layers to like this crew stuff that's going on. Like, You know how like this Lamar has a hold on, man. I ain't gonna lie. What is her name? I think it's, y'all know who I'm talking about, but I don't want to get the name wrong. Yeah, I cannot say that name. I think it's Kato. That's how you say her name. But even her little subplot she has going on, like Lamar, like physically, like has a control over her. You know, like she's the one that ends up messing up with the band. You know how the food truck, all that stuff ends up getting messing up by her and Lamar, right? So just to see that Lamar has such a hold on her and like where it's going, and especially with her, she's just like, look, Lamar, she's like, look, I did it, so they really can trust me now, you know? I think Lamar's gonna end up killing her at some point, but it's just like, man, I really do enjoy these little side plots, you know? And I really like that shootout scene too. I'm not gonna lie. I'm seeing everybody shooting. I'm like, man, like I actually cared. I forgot this dude's name. But I actually cared about him and stuff like that. I'm like, please don't die. Please don't die. And he almost died. And I was like, God damn. But, overall, I would say to see where this story is going right now, right? Now that is a huge problem, right? Through our entire episode, pretty much Meech and Terry had to end up getting their money for Pat, right? And I really do enjoy Woody Harris as Pat, man. I really enjoy that character. But, throughout the episode, they're having to get money for Pat, right? And they finally, look good on their money. And then they were like, look, let's finally connect because, Pat's tripping a little bit, right? So at the same time and then you really get to see Pat's evil side towards the end of the episode where he kills his own man. I'm like, yo, because I'm gonna be honest, I didn't think both characters were gonna get killed off. I didn't think nothing about that. But I'm just like, damn, I'm finally glad we're going to see Pat's evil side now. Because not only is this dude like the biggest dealer, right, in the city, right? We need to see his evil side too. We need to have a reason to fear Pat. And we finally got to see it in this episode. I knew we were going to get that evil side of Pat whenever the episode that first started out. When it first started out, they were kids, and then Pat was like, look, bro, you know what I'm saying? I know you ain't got your money right. Here, take this. Don't get stood up by no girls and stuff like that anymore. So, yes, I'm glad to see that. I like Pat's character, I would say, a.k.a. Woody Harris. And I'm doing Woody Harris as the actor. But just going through, man, and I think, and I would say, all these episodes are so well shot, too. They have that new look, but at the same time, it's layered over that old look. So it's just you know what I'm saying? This is still the 19s. You know what I'm saying? I forgot what year it's freaking made, but it's still made in, relatively old setting. So I'm really glad they do that so well. Man, I'm trying to think about the only complaints I have is that this show is just, I think it's kind of too much alike Raising Kanan, but I think I'll eventually get over that. It's crazy because if you remember that first episode of BMF, you guys remember how Terry was the hot one in the first episode of BMF and how Terry was going crazy? Now, if you're really watching these episodes, it's kind of flipped, and now Meech is the one that's the hothead now. So I do like that, and I like their chemistry and the dynamic duo, them together. I know it's starting to kind of break loose a little bit now because one is I like your plan, but I ain't really rocking with it, so I made my own plan. But oh my God, I like this show so much. I know why 50 was it's gonna be bigger than Power. I don't think it's gonna be bigger than Power, but it's better written. I will say this is one of the best written shows I've seen in a while. So great job with that, man. Shoot, I want to get to more. I want to get deeper, but oh shoot. But is there anything to get more deeper in besides just the love of the show? I like the pacing of it too. It just, you feel like there's so much more of a story that needs to be told. You know what I'm saying? So I'm really glad this show ain't moved. I remember when I was watching Raising Kanan, I'm like, yo, this show's moving kind of fast. So I'm kind of glad this show isn't moving too quickly. Man, I'm trying to think of anything else to say that I don't like, man. Oh, I do want to talk about it real quick, man. I do want to talk about it. I know I talked about it a little bit earlier, but I want to talk about them again. Let me talk about one of my, I think this is my favorite character in the show. I think it's my favorite character. But one more time, give it up for Lamar, man. Dude, I love this guy's character, man. Did I even say that so far earlier, man? How much I enjoy Lamar over everybody else. Lamar is my favorite character in the entire show. I will say that by far. Because like I said, he like I said earlier, he's got this cool, funny side. But at the same time, he will not stop by putting a bullet in your head. He will shoot you if he has to. So that's why I like Lamar so much. But for me, being someone that does not know anything about this Big Meat story, right? Man, I'm heavily invested into where this story goes now. You know, what does the crew do in the next episode that now that their stash spot is hit? Kind of like in right, kind of like in Raising Kanan when the stash spot got hit. But where does the crew go from there? What happens now that the detectives and the LAPD or the GTA or that the cops ended up finding the body, you know, and how does that affect Meech at some point? Because, you know, the detective here cannot save Meech all day, you know? So where does that go from here? Where does Terry go? Because now Terry, I know you know him, y'all know me, man. Whenever we get introduced to new characters that talk about how they want to work with you, you know, y'all guys know I'm the first one. Or whenever we see a new character, I'm the first one to be like, look, y'all know me, man. I don't, you know what I'm saying? I don't trust certain characters. Especially when this girl showed up to Terry at the last second, at the end of the episode. Man, y'all know me. You know I don't trust these people. So where does that go, man? Look, hey, y'all first time finding my channel, hit the subscribe button. Also like the video, but it does help. But hey, with saying that, we'll see you guys in the next one. Hey, hold on. I got to go out on this. This is like one of my favorite songs right now. I'm not going to lie.
You holler at me, man. Too many niggas,